In my dreams, Shiva comes to me, and this is a world where, of course, me and him are not in one together. And he said, if he does not get his ass on that plane and to your bedside, he is a coward. He was strong and he was adamant and he was angry. And he said, if he doesn't get up to be with you in your side to end this chapter, he is a coward. I went to tell him, did you not get the story? Did you not get the lesson that I'm trying to convey to you? In your lack of understanding and your lack of patience, don't you understand what I'm doing? I don't need my husbands to save me in every dimension like I'm some frightened young thing who needs to be in the arms of a strong big man who knows music. I am the one who has birthed galaxies millions of times over. I don't need rescuing, Shiva. I need you to be there. I don't need you to stand up and yell at a man for his cowardice and how he's not taking care of his wife. I need you to believe. I need you to be so crazy in your belief of my identity and who I am that you would throw it all away. You would lay every world at my feet because your belief is that strong. His belief is not that strong in me. His belief is in his own identity and his own brilliance. I do not need to be saved, but I need you niggas to learn a lesson. In order to be king, you must be crazy. In order to be a king in new dimensions, you must be crazy enough to throw away the world that you had, crazy enough to believe me in my identity, that you will sit at a round table with me and I hand you your card to tell you who you are in my dimension. I, to tell you who you are in my dimension. I don't need a savior. I don't need Jesus Christ. I don't need it. I need those who are adamant that they know who I am. Through every lifetime, they know who I am, and they are willing to throw away the fame that I have given them They're willing to throw away their world that they thought they were ruling. The sacrifice was never in the physical body. The sacrifice was in exactly. The sacrifice was if I gave you the whole world, if I gave you all the talent, Lucifer, if I gave you everything that you wanted in your comfort, would you break through the cycle of 8 in cyclical natures to find yourself here at my feet? You thought the whole time, guys, that you were playing the big man in your story when you were playing Lucifer. Jesus tempted Lucifer, not the other way around. I'll give you the whole world, Lucifer. I'll give you the whole world, Jesus. Hades, Zeus. I'll give you the whole world. Everyone looks at you, everyone respects you, everyone honors you. Oh, it's a great feeling. But when I call you from a different dimension to prove yourself Christ, would you throw it all away to be by my side in the hospital? Or would you watch me suffer and laugh? Would you dig deep enough into the universe to find me like them goddamn lyrics that you peddle to teenage girls? Would you? Or would you leave me to suffer in my darkness to learn a lesson? To learn a lesson. You can stand up and Shiva gorilla yourself at another man for not coming to my rescue on my side. But you are the same, right? You didn't understand the lesson because you kept everything that you wanted, everything that you built, and you stayed in your dimension. So it's my choice to recast all of you in a new dimension like you never existed. Because in my dimension, you never came and you never existed. Only in the dark, your shadow form. So don't point your finger at Jesus talking about, you should, you coward. In your multi-million-dollar mansion, in your comfy bed, meditating for hours. What is the point of meditating if you're not willing to throw it all away to become a priest and follow God? Don't you point your finger, Shiva, at Jesus. Don't you point your finger at Zeus. Don't you point your finger at any of you, because none of you in the physical world believed me enough that I am God to follow me. Only Gabriel and Gabriel. Gabriel. Only one was like, oh, well, gave me a hard time, but he still followed me, still drove me to my hospital appointments, still had the belief of a mustard seed. You thought you were writing the story. You thought you were really that important to have someone sit down and interview you. You're full of your fucking selves, and you will fall like Lucifer did. You will. You will. I don't care about your stories and how good you write. I cared about if you were crazy enough to lose it all on the belief that she might be God. To drop your ego and claim her as your God. And none of you did. None of you did. You called her crazy. You made fun of her. You heckled that she said your name like a teenage girl. she likes me. You fools, guys. What will it profit a man to gain the whole world's attention but lose his soul and his spot in heaven? You think I sat on this phone year after year waiting on you? No, I was testing your courage, little lion man. I was testing your faith, Pastor. Shiva, I was testing your story mode and if you believed it enough. Because if you would have showed up at the door over Jesus, you would have been first in the circle of God. You would have been first at the Knights of the Round Table. But none of you had the faith enough and the courage enough to come to me in physical reality behind your screens and behind your bullshit. And you got the nerve to sit there and talk, if he don't go to her, now he is a coward. No, you're a coward, Shiva. You're a big monkey coward. In my dimension, there's no more Shiva. I will rewrite different stories of different men, of valor and suit. And those are the men who sit at the circle of the table of God. Not you guys. I told you, fame is a fucking trap. No matter how pretentious you may call it and how much you may make fun of it, it secured you. You liked it. You liked the attention. You liked the women. You lost. You gained the whole world and lost your soul. Your soul was here. Gentlemen, your soul was here. It wasn't about me falling in love with you and making you God. It was you coming down from your fucking mountain and addressing your God. But your mountain is comfortable. But your feminines are comfortable. And your boyfriends are comfortable. Your greed is comfortable. I don't want to go write a check for $4 million and say I did something for the earth. The fuck? You think I don't need your money? I wanted your soul. I wanted your darkness to match up with your physical body so that I can bring you back to a different mountain. So don't go pointing fingers at Jesus and calling him coward. He was trying to fit into a role he didn't fit. Don't go yelling at Kanye West and Zeus. He was trying to fit into a role and he didn't make it. The lights are so comfortable. You guys are like gnats going to the fucking light. You love it. You love music more than you love God. You love music more than you love God. You made music your God, Lucifer. And then got mad that nobody was stepping up to the program. I will show you that I don't need to be rescued. And I will show you through weather anomalies, and I will show you by burning things down around you. Because you thought you were holy, because you sat and meditated in mountains instead of completing your trials. You can meditate yourself into a monk for all I give a fuck. You could turn yourself into a mountain, Snuggwalame, for all I care. But did you fit into the story of God in Genesis? No? Okay. Your fame I gave was bullshit. It was all bullshit. Do you think your music is so good that 1,000 people would want to hear it? 10,000? 1,000,000 people would want to hear it? Did you honestly, as men of valor and darkness and studies, thought that your music was so good that thousands of people really wanted to hear it? Do you not see the mirage that I created for you? A comfortable cage? You want to stay in it. You don't give a fuck about me. You just like hearing my stories. You like hearing me speak sweetly on your name. I didn't ask you to save me. Poesy, oh, save me. I was testing your character to see that if you would break through the mold, Neo, of the Matrix, to see if you would be crazy enough. But your wimps and your crybabies and your pampered little spoiled bitches, that's what you is. Oh, we were there for you in the dark. I'm darkness itself. Each one of your shadows was just me puppeted. I whispered in your dreams your lyrics, tattooed it to the bones of our children. I thought you'd step up. So you misled multitudes of people because you thought you were God. You thought you were God, right? Without going through the feminine to crown yourself God. You said, all these people, this flashing lights, all this flashing lights. Without even God giving you a title, you gave yourself a title. I told you niggas you cannot crown yourself. I'm Apollo. Okay? Play the story of Apollo. I'm Jesus. Okay, play the story of Jesus. Instead, you mislead multitudes of children into sin. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I've never seen a rich man get into heaven. I've seen him soak up that light, the shining brightness of his own narcissism. You call Satan a bad guy when you are the reflection of your Father. You think because you can fool a couple people into believing you are this character, Shakespeare reincarnated. Shakespeare was a homo weirdo. And here you go, putting yourself in the role. So I hope you play your roles into your death. And I will hire some priests. I'll find them from the folds of nothing and rebuild them back up. Because none of you passed King David. King David didn't pass this lifetime. One of the kings we got here. Oh, we were protecting you in the dark. We were protecting. It wasn't my darkness that needed protection. It was my physical vessel that needed to be held so that you could hold the world together. But instead, you went on your own timeline. If he doesn't show up to her bedside, now he's a coward. Who the fuck do you think you are? You are a coward. Big, hairy chest man calling another man a coward. Makes you look strong. The people around the world worship images of men who've achieved greatness. They worship the story of a man who achieved greatness. And the only greatness that I've seen from you whiny bunches, only greatness that I've seen from you whiny babies get I ain't seen it because you don't believe that I'm God. You don't believe that God has bestowed himself, herself, itself, Ra, into this vessel. You guys don't believe it until you won't believe it. Until your world comes crumbling down and your timelines start ending and oh, you don't understand what's going in the political world. Why isn't she communicating? Well, I don't know what's going on. Everything's black. Oh, why the tickets not selling? Oh, why my merch ain't selling? I tell you why. Because it was a mirage. Fallacies planted seeds to see if these stories would giant your ego and your pride, or would it force you to be disgusted so much so that you dropped your everything and you found yourself Issaquah, Kirkland, right in front of me. I believe. Do you know how many people, if I was a white man with long hair, would have followed me? All of them. You are not writing the story, gentlemen. You are there to be kings and pawns and rooks next to my queen. You are not the center of the galaxy because you can write a couple lyrics. I will take this sword from my Star Wars days, pink on both sides, and I will chop your head off up above and you fall below. Any man can put himself into a role in a story and act. You can be an actor all you motherfuckers want. Who are you acting for, gentlemen? Who are you acting for? Praise, attention, accolades, money. To be seen, to be studied, to feel worthy of praise. I am. I'm Ethelene. I'm Thoth. No, I'm Thoth. I'm Thoth. Nigga, none of you are Thoth. He would have been here in my face, not just an apparition. He would have seen me through the veil and it would have magnetized himself to me in physical reality. Because he knows the only thing we're doing is bringing heaven on earth. That's it. So you, Shiva, are a coward. You're a coward, Zeus. You're a coward, Jesus. You're a coward. They're all roles that you put yourself in. And you did not address God in the timeline that she has addressed us to give her. So now we have to deal. You You have to deal with the consequences of your cowardice. You do. Don't point at him. Don't point at him. Don't point at him, Spider-Man. You didn't complete your timeline nor your story. In order to be knighted, you must kneel yourself in front of your queen. And she takes her sword and picks one. Chop your head off. Show no fear. She's going to chop your head off, or she's going to knight you to give you another chance to try again. Because she's so fucking forgiving. Don't come in my dreams talking about big man on campus. He's a coward. You are a fucking coward. The lot of you. The lot of you. I don't need actors. I need priests and believers, conscious men, studious, understood men, men who would take money and burn it. Joker. One who would take his image and rip it in front of everybody in the universe. That's my queen right there, see? Listen to her. That's my queen. Who do you who do you worship? Who do you worship? Peter. Oh, I don't know her. I don't know her. She keeps saying my name, but I don't know her. Deny me one more time, Peter. I don't know her. Fine. I don't know him. Do you not see that you are being tested and tested every day? Why would I give men fame? Why would I give a man fame? I would never, ever, unless I'm trying to test his character. And each one of you failed because you're still famous.